So let's do another story. Do we have another story time?
Yeah.
What else do we
want
have?
to do?
Let's do the wizard one.
Oh, I love this one. This is a great story. I grabbed this because it's a New Zealand story. New Zealand's. I feel bad, like I know I made a joke earlier about New Zealand going into lockdown, and I mean, fucking bravo to you guys, but lockdown's no joke. So here's a little levity out of New Zealand from CNN. This New Zealand man gets paid $10,000 a year to be a city's official wizard. This is from Christchurch, New Zealand. And this story is super fucking weird because this guy basically invented a job for himself called, I'm just a wizard now. And I'm not even making that up. I want to read part of this story. Can I read part of the story, Cecil?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right, becoming a wizard. So after finishing his degree in sociology and psychology, this guy worked as a community arts organizer for the university. There he started what he called a fun revolution, aimed at bringing love, logic, and levity to the world and turning the university into a theater of the absurd. He lost that job. He later says, I invented a wizard out of nowhere. There were no wizards when I arrived in the world, except in books. So then he just starts walking around, pretending to be a wizard. That was the thing. He just walked around pretending to be a wizard.
Yeah, but Tom, we have that in the South. We have grand wizards all over the place.
Oh, that's
so. I mean, it's not unique to Australia. They're a little different. The rituals are very different, but they're similar in some ways that they have the same name. So
okay, yeah. We're not going to read up a little more on that. That's not. I don't know if that's exactly the. So he goes on like he loses his job at the university. He heads over to Sydney. He doesn't like it in Sydney. He says everybody was too serious in the cosmology department. Yeah, people are pretty fucking serious at the cosmology department at a university in Sydney. So then he decided, he's going to start his own thing. He moved to Christchurch, New Zealand, and that's where the wizarding path really took off. And then his story gets kind of fucking weird.
It gets weird now?
Now it gets weird. So when he arrived in Christchurch in the 1970s, he saw the city as the romantic dream, a beautiful place far from the rest of the world, which was unlikely to become a hub for economic development. Once there, he became a mainstay in Cathedral Square, where he stood on a ladder and dressed in a variety of outfits, including in a loincloth as John the Baptist. He praised the British Empire and criticized what he called anti-male sexism. So he's a fucking MRA dude, right? He's a MRA guy in a loincloth, standing on a ladder outside a church, yelling weird shit. At first, it says the council wasn't taken with him. I wonder why. They initially refused to appoint him the city's official wizard and wouldn't grant him written permission he needed to speak in the square under other Christchurch bylaws. So the wizard played, quote, silly games with the council. He wore a gas mask and spoke in French, hoping to evade the rules. How the fuck does that? What rule are you like, oh, man, if he speaks in French and wears a gas mask, like, we can't even arrest him. Like, I don't even. What fucking crazy, bizarro land rules are there in Christchurch? He says, I've been the most popular man in Christchurch ever since, and the most hated man by the bureaucrats. The part where his wife leaves him is also pretty great.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It is great. Like, it's really funny because this guy is such like a fucking, like, they play the story off like he's this like fun-loving guy, but he's actually kind of a total asshole. And he gets kicked out of every place that he's at. And he's like supporting these like weird MRA ideologies and somehow like twists the arm of the New Zealand government into making him the official city wizard. His wife leaves him because he's a fucking lunatic. And like when she makes him leave, he invites all of his friends over to like leave with him in order to like mock her kicking him out of the house. And he's like, we all thought it was hilarious. My ex-wife still hates it though. Like, so even in that moment, this guy can't take it seriously. And somehow he just walks around basically dressed as Gandalf. And now he's looking to retire. And he's like, got a new guy that he's going to have be the fake local MRA.
He's got a wizarding apprentice. Is that what you're saying?
A wizarding apprentice. Yes.
Okay.
So fucking bizarre. He also says the wizard is resistant to the idea of a female wizard and suggests women can be fairies instead. He's not convinced of climate change. although he does like the idea of a simpler way of life and claims the hobbits were right. This guy's fucking crazy. He's just a crazy person.
Admittedly, Tom, the hobbits were right about second breakfast. I mean, let's be real honest.
And 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Big fan of 11.
Look, if you can eat 16 meals a day, why wouldn't you? I don't even understand what's happened.
Somebody in the chat, this guy just collects shitty ideas. He totally does.
I froze up, Ian. What should I do? Oh, you got to tell me in the chat, though, what I should do. If I should restart or refresh or whatever. I can't, because you can't jump in to tell me. So tell me in the chat. I'll wait a second.
Yeah, somebody says, pretty sure the rule against women joining isn't needed. Yeah, I think so, too. I don't think there's a fucking whole lot of takers for, like, I want to be a fucking weird incel wizard either. Like,
it's been frozen for a while.
You were in Christchurch?
No, I wasn't in Christchurch. I went to Queenstown or something.
Oh, I thought you were there. I'm sorry.
No, it's across. So I was on the Southern Island, but I didn't make it to that city. I made it to. So I was on the southern, like almost the southernmost part of New Zealand, and in Queenstown, and then we went to Milford Sound down there, but I never made it. I wanted to go to Christchurch, and to be honest, I probably would have enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Auckland. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Auckland. I don't know how to say it. But it's on the Northern Island. I did not enjoy that nearly as much as I enjoyed the Southern Island. And I'm probably making people mad right now. So I should probably.
Someone says in the stream it's not frozen.
Okay. All right.
So it looks good in the stream. I think maybe it's just
we'll let it go. All right. So
interface error.
Yeah, there's a problem with the way the computer's running it because you're frozen completely to me. So
am I really? I can
off
see
the
it.
side. Yeah, and I'm off to the side. Yeah, it's just I don't know why it's just not doing a good job. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So but it was a good. I'll tell you, New Zealand's gorgeous, and I think of all the places you want to be a wizard, that's probably your. I mean, other than like I said, Southern United States has grand wizards, but those are different.
That's somewhat different,
and more problematic. I mean, just a touch more problematic than this guy.
just a
touch. Just a touch.
Now they're saying that now you're like picture in picture.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. Ian, did you break this thing? You know, I bet it was Brennan.
It's fine. Carry on, he says. Okay, fine. Okay. Whatever.
All right.
Okay.
Someone says, why does Tom, the larger of the two hosts, not simply eat Cecil? Like, want to do another one?
Yeah. What do you got? Kanye West?
Yeah, let's do Kanye, man. This story's from the Raw story. Kanye West's lawyer demands Democrats prove Mickey Mouse didn't really sign his ballot petition in Wisconsin. Man,
didn't we learn about this years ago when they said extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence?
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
It's fucking crazy. So, this is specifically the his attempt to get on the ballot in Wisconsin. He's not going to be on the ballot in Illinois, Cecil. He did not succeed in getting his name on the ballot here in Illinois. He's trying to get his name on the ballot up in Wisconsin. He is trying to get his name on the ballot, by the way, primarily in battleground states. Not saying that's, and he did recently meet with Jared Kushner. I'm not saying that there's any kind of strategy at all from the right.
Yeah, right. Oh no,
I'm not trying to suggest that. Just saying some things that happened.
And then also just fucking like, oh yeah, hey, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna find all the battleground states and then fucking fraudulently create fucking signatories to this bullshit fucking petition.
For this bullshit candidate. He's a bullshit candidate. Like, nobody really thinks that, like, Kanye West is the best man for the job. And I actually don't care what job we're talking about. It literally does not matter what job we're referring to. Kanye West is not the best man for that job.
Right.
He's a crazy person. So, but yeah, like there's a bunch of bullshit signatures, and they're contesting, like they're like, these are bullshit signatures, and his lawyers are like, you're gonna need to prove Mickey Mouse didn't sign that.
What the fuck? That's not how fucking evidence works.
Yeah.
That's not how evidence works. You fucking go find Mickey fucking Mouse with a fucking pen in his hand. You bring him to my office and be like, there's fucking a real person named Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
This seems like it would actually be pretty simple. Be like, all right, well, he's in Wisconsin. Is there anybody in Wisconsin named Mickey Mouse? No?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck
No.
that signature.
The end. Yeah.
That's it.
And no, fuck that signature. Fuck you. You don't get to fucking come in here and lie to us. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I am flabbergasted at the idea that this guy is actually going to appear on the ballot. Like when he first announced it was kind of funny, but now it's like, really? I'm like, potentially anybody here. I want to ask the audience this. If Kanye gets on the ballot in your state, can you please take a picture of a ballot that says Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Kanye? Because I'm not going to see that. That's not going to be on mine in Illinois. And I just want to lay my fucking eyes on that thing. I just need to see what that fucking looks like and frame it and then kill myself in front of it. That is the craziest thing ever.
It's ridiculous.